Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Phill Boogie, and welcome to another episode of Isolation Be Like. I was really trying my best to tread lightly on the Juneteenth thing because I know people are sensitive right now about everything. Part of the reason why I even brought up Juneteenth is I just want to say this. So, you know how when maybe you send someone to the store, someone offers, let's say, to go to the store for you. Like, hey, I'm going to McDonald's. And you say, I really don't want that, but if you're going, give me that crispy chicken, light on the mayo, extra pickles, whatever you like, right? And they're like, cool, cool, cool. And then, you weren't even looking for that, but you were hungry and they offered. And then they come back to your house and they bring you 2 McChickens with no extra pickles and all that goddamn mayonnaise that they put on those McChickens and those sprinkles of lettuce. Now, you're hungry a little bit, but you could have made something else, made another choice. You didn't need this person to go out and get you this sloppy ass McChicken. And now you have it and you don't want to be ungrateful because the person tried and maybe they don't go to McDonald's and they didn't understand the difference between the crispy chicken and the McChicken. Maybe they didn't have enough for the regular size chicken sandwich, whatever it is. You eat the sandwich, you scrape off the bucket of mayo and you deal with it, maybe, right? You just deal with it because you're being polite. And you are a little bit hungry, but it's not what you were looking for. And that's kind of how I feel about this Juneteenth shit that's happening right now. Where did it come from, right? I think about tilapia this way too. One day you're minding your business, eating salmon and catfish, whiting, and then salmon and then tilapia just shows up out of nowhere. Nobody asked for it, but it's fish, right? So you just, you go with the flow, and then it's at every restaurant, and it's just like, I wasn't looking for this, and now it's everywhere. I feel that way right now about Juneteenth. Why are we even acting like Juneteenth was a thing? Now, not the historical event. I'm not going to keep saying that, but nobody I know was looking for everybody to recognize Juneteenth. That wasn't a thing. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but am I going to have to pretend now like Juneteenth was something that we were concerned with in my family, in my life? It wasn't. I understand the history. I know that it was celebrated regionally. I know that it spread. I know that people do events all across the country in sort of whatever forms that it exists now. But when nobody thinking about that. And my concern about it is not, again, the recognition. If we can celebrate slave owners, we can celebrate the people who are emancipated, who endured. I got it. But what I'm concerned with is what we about to do with Juneteenth, right? Because we've seen what they do with everything else. So we about to be up in the Walmart. We about to be up in the Target. We about to be up in McDonald's with the red, black, and green. We about to be everywhere with random sort of African American themed shit that doesn't help or benefit anything but corporations. And of course, there'll still be some community centers having kids, in fabric, doing the same 2 dances with the arms that flail out and the backs hunched. And then they'll have the 2 boys that they forced to be in the dance troupe coming out to do that swirly thing where they kick up the legs and they throw a couple of the girls around. We'll have that, and there'll be a step show. The steppers, the kids will come out and step, and there'll be a banquet. All of that, all that community stuff will happen. We got it. It's been happening. Fantastic. But Juneteenth just started getting a little bit of shine this last, I'm going to say, week or so, right? this sort of heat around the uprising and people just trying to find ways to honor Black folks that's, quick, right? So company just started giving people days off, right? So again, it's like that McChicken. I'm at this job. I didn't ask you for Juneteenth off. I might not have even known what Juneteenth is. I might not have known that Juneteenth was happening in June. I didn't know Juneteenth was somebody's name. You don't know, but then that you get an email, you got a memo saying you got the day off for it, and you saying thank you. I didn't like all this extra lettuce and mayo, but I'm gonna take it. Right? And it's quick, right? But next year they're gonna have time, y'all. They're gonna have time and they're gonna plan it. They're gonna have committees. And it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be a disaster. And what for? What for? And people are on it already. I'm minding my business, and one of my former students posted a link. And I liked her post was about buying from Black restaurants. 100% for it. But then the headline in the Chicago Sun-Times, I think it was about, 60 or 70 Black restaurants offering Juneteenth specials for $6.19. And I wanted to throw my laptop across the room, right? So now they done brought the 1619 project into these bacon and egg specials. And we ain't even really had no discussions about no federal holiday on the real level yet. And they already starting. Now I'm all for generating a business. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm going to come to that in a second. And I can almost get with that, build your business up, but I'm like, oh, that was too quick. We're going to have all manner of 1619 specials coming up, and ain't nobody going to know why. And it's bad enough all June I have to say thank you to people who are wishing me happy Pride, that I don't really want to be wished a happy Pride. But again, they handed me a McChicken, thanks, and, it just takes too long to explain to people why I don't want that greeting, but then you don't want to go through all of that because you say it, then they think, well, am I not supposed to say it to anybody who's gay? And it's just causing too much confusion. It's just too much. So now I'm going to have people wishing me happy Pride and happy Juneteenth at work and all over the place now. It's just, no thank you. It's about to be a mess. And they just keep coming. Like, we've asked for some very specific things here. Stop killing us. Stop, preventing us from doing basic everyday things, like working and walking down the street as Black people. And so far, there have been some things that have happened that are good. We've seen some arrests and some charges, and we've seen some legislation that looks like things are going in the right way. And then here they come with Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben wasn't bothering nobody. I'm not trying to defend Uncle Ben, but I wasn't thinking about no Uncle Ben has not crossed my mind in these last couple of weeks. I ain't thought, after we get done fighting for these equal rights out here in these streets, we got to come for that rice. It's time. Now, I worked in marketing. Marketing is a mess, right? We've been walking back and forth past them boxes of Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima our whole lives. And just, we didn't like it. We're not even thinking about it at a certain point because it's just there. They got away with that. They got away with that all this time. It's not new that it's a problem. You can do some research, on that. It's right there. People have been fighting and arguing about that for a minute. And then, they gave Aunt Jemima a makeover. I think in the early 90s, late 80s, they gave her a makeover, put some some blush on and gave her a lip and a perm. Got Gladys Knight to sing for it. They did what they had to do, and it was still a mess. And we just kind of kept on, right? Because we know already, right, that everything around us is a mess, right? So, are you going to spend your time fighting syrup and pancakes? So I think it's a good thing. It's poof, be gone. It's gone. Again, wasn't looking for that, but here we go. Cool. Thanks, Quaker Oats. Uncle Ben, it's been nice knowing you. A lot of good products. Rename it. All right. See you later, Uncle Ben. Your work is done. But it's like, here we go now. Like, I don't even know what's next, right? And it's just going to get, and I think it's good. But the real question is, how have you been sitting there in these companies that have been around for, some cases, 100 years or more, and not thought to stop this? How few Black people have you had at your business, at your company, in powerful positions, that you're just getting to this now, when people had to burn down several cities? I mean, that's how are you just getting here? What was your aha moment? What was your aha moment this week over this image that you've had from the beginning of time? Like, I want to have that discussion. I don't want to hear nothing about you're going to rename it and donate, $2 million, to Tuskegee. I don't, thanks. Tuskegee can use it, and let's have a discussion. How are you just getting here? Right? How? And if you take it the whole way, the whole barbecue sauce aisle is gone. Just eliminate the whole aisle. Just the whole fucking aisle. Just get rid of it. Because the whole barbecue aisle is like antebellum. It's ridiculous. Get rid of the whole aisle. And they have time now because everyone's on it, right? You need lead time to really plan. So y'all getting y'all days off, half days off, all that kind of stuff. Some of y'all getting a full day off. It's going to be annual. It's over. Like, you have Juneteenth off now, right? Do what you're going to do with it. But they have time to plan for Kwanzaa, y'all. Like, companies have kind of acknowledged Kwanzaa a little bit because they have to. Culturally, diversity trainings make them do it a little bit. But Kwanzaa is about to be more Kwanzaa than you ever seen before, because they got some months to really put their thinking caps on about it this year. You're going to see Kwanzaa like you have never, mark my words, like you have never seen it before, right? And I'm going to talk about Aunt Jemima one more time. Back in, because I couldn't just sit with it just from my memory. I had to go back and look at some things. When Gladys Knight got named the spokesperson for it, she did an interview with Tom Snyder, and she said, it doesn't really matter what's on the box. It matters what's in the box, and they make a quality product. And this is like 1994, right? We're not talking. 1994 it's a long time ago, but ain't that long. Ain't that long. We're complicit. So I think a lot of people who have been complicit are going to have to start, finding new ways to earn money, because you're not going to get away with that anymore, right? And when she said that to Tom Snyder, that it doesn't matter what's on the box, he kind of laughs and says, right, like, who are they supposed to put on the box? Kathie Lee Gifford. Like, that's funny. Why not? She done made some pancakes. Who's supposed to be on the pancake box? Because this is how they think, right? This is how they think. So, I don't know. They've spent decades and decades building these brands, with this racist imagery, and then they want to overnight. You mean to tell me you could have just done this? You could just decide and then just be done with it? just like that. Why haven't you done that before? Why haven't you done that before? And it's about to be all kind of, it won't be ski weekends for Juneteenth because it's the summer, but bike weekend, I don't know what it's going to be, but get ready for it. Especially when we can get back outside again. And speaking of going back outside again, there is no second wave. We're still in the first wave. I see y'all at the bar and at parties, and you grown, do your thing, but it's just like, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, what? This is difficult, you know? I mean, I'm an introvert, and it's not necessarily hard for me not seeing a lot of people, but I feel it. So I know it's has to be very difficult for people who like being around people all the time. But I am so confused. Like the choices. So when I'm seeing lines wrapped around stores that sell, cheap plastic products that you can't possibly need, when they open up for the first time since the pandemic, I'm confused. You might as well have been out the whole time. If this is what you will line up for, some plastic shit that's gonna break, like at some discount store, like what? We are doomed. Like there's never gonna be a second wave because we're never gonna get out of the first wave because we have no sense. Like just bottom line. Like the hoops that people are going through to be at work or to be at businesses, absolutely ridiculous. Some things you just got to do, public safety, all that kind of stuff. Some things you just got to do. But a lot of stuff you ain't got to do. And except for face reality and know that you really should just be sitting at home. So pandemic still here. Have a seat. Okay. All right, y'all. It's been real. I've been talking to you all day in my car, in my studio. It stopped raining, so I'm going to head back in the house. I said what I had to say. I don't want to see these Juneteenth promotions. I just don't want to see it. I don't. And I don't want to see us wrapped from head to toe in kente in June either. From now on, I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the beach weekend. I don't want to see none of it. But I know it's coming. Yeah. Stay safe. Stay sane. Wash your hands. Take care of each other. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.